Hello, my name is Rudy and I'm from the Netherlands, and I would like to give you my top 20 of my favorite progressive, symphonic, melodic and electronic rock songs. I never get tired of these songs. I can play them every day. These songs are not the typical rock songs that became hits on the radio. Songs that are overplayed, songs that we heard more than 1,000 times. These songs are songs that have a lot of instrumental parts. There are guitar solos, keyboard solos, some great bass and drum riffs. Most of the songs are between 6 and 20 minutes. There are some songs that are completely instrumental, and other songs that have some great lyrics. And there's no difference between number 1 and number 20. I love all these songs. Maybe at the top I put my favorite bands, that's true. And let's start with number 20. Number 20 is this band from Germany, Hanover. The band is called Jane. This album is a live album from 1976. The lineup was Klaus Hess on guitar and vocals, Martin Hesse on bass and vocals, Manfred Wiecksorke on keyboards and vocals, and Peter Panka on drums and vocals. On this album we have a little bit, all their best songs that they had in the 70s. Some songs that were very popular, like Hangman or Fire, Water, Earth and Air. But the song that I like so much on this album is the song Out in the Rain. It's a ballad. There are a lot of strings on the song, and some great guitar at the end of the song, some very melodic guitar. This is a great album. If you don't know the band Jane, this is a great album, a live album from 1976. It's called Jane Live at Home. Okay, let's go to number 19. That's a band from England. The band is Uriah Heep. They became very famous in the beginning of the 70s. This is the classical lineup with David Byron, Ken Hensley, Lee Kerslake, Gary Tane and Mick Box on guitar. Yeah. Well, my favorite song of all times of Uriah Heep is the song Gypsy, but especially on this album. Here Mr. Ken Hensley does a great organ solo in the middle of the song. He uses his Minimoog synthesizer, and the song Gypsy is really great on this album. It's my favorite song from Uriah Heep, but especially on this album. Yeah. So let's go to number 18. That's a band from Germany, Tangerine Dream, the band of Edgar Froese, Chris Franke, and I should say also Peter Baumann. In 1979 this album came out. It's called Force Majeure. Peter Baumann had already left the band to start his solo career. And on this album there was Klaus Kruger on drums. That was the third person. And this album is a really great album. There's a lot of guitar of Edgar Froese, sequencer, a lot of keyboards. And the song that I like so much is the title track is this is my favorite song of all times, Force Majeure. It has everything. It has some nice keyboards. There's guitar, and it's a fantastic song. It's my favorite Tangerine Dream song. Yeah. So let's go now to another band from Germany, from Düsseldorf. The band is called Kraftwerk. They made some great albums in the 70s. Autobahn, Radioactivity, Trans Europe Express, and this album, which is called The Man Machine. A really fantastic album. I love all the songs on this album. And yeah, my favorite one is the Robots. When I heard the album in 1978, I thought this is really great, great song. Some of you may say Kraftwerk is very commercial music. Well, later they became very commercial. They made some disco remix versions of Radioactivity and the Robots, which is quite awful. So I like Kraftwerk from the 70s. Maybe the album from 1981, Computer World, was still great, but after it became very commercial. Yeah. Okay, let's go now to number 16. That's another band from Germany. The band is called Eloy. Also very active in the 70s, some years in the 80s also. They did some great albums. And yeah, my favorite track of all times is the song Poseidon's Creation, which is on this album, Ocean. The whole album is really fantastic. Some great rock music, melodic rock music. And yeah, Poseidon's Creation is a song that I never get tired of, and I can hear that song every day. Yeah. So let's go to number 15. It's a band from San Francisco. Yeah, the band is called Cairo. The band was formed by keyboard player Mark Robertson. And yeah, this band has a guitar player, keyboard player, bass player, drummer and singer. It's a very melodic rock. They made 3 albums, and this is the first album. It's for me the best album that they made. And the song that I like so much, it's a 22-minute song. It's called Ruins at Avalon's Gate. And there's a lot of instrumental parts on this song and a lot of keyboards. And yeah, it's really a really great song. And but the whole album is a great album. But that last song on this album is really fantastic. It's really a great song. Yeah. So let's go now to America. Let's go to this band. It's called Styx. They made some great albums in the 70s. They became very popular with the album The Grand Illusion. Then after it, Pieces of Eight, also a great album. And this album, Equinox, is yeah, also one of my favorite albums. On this album we have a song that is so great. It's called Sweet Madame Blue. Yeah, it starts very slowly with some nice acoustic guitar, and then as the young starts to sing. And then at the end of the song, yeah, GC and GY start to play the guitar, and it becomes very heavy, the song, and it's my favorite Styx song, and yeah, I can play that song every day. It's so great that yeah, can't get enough of it. Okay, let's go now to number 13. A band from Canada. The band is called Rush. The band started in the 70s as a hard rock band, but then in 1977 the bass player and singer Geddy Lee started to play keyboards and synthesizers, and the band became very melodic, and they made some great albums like Forward to Kings, Permanent Waves, Moving Pictures, and this album which is called Hemispheres. And on this album is yeah, a great song. It's the last song on the album. It's called La Villa Strangiato, completely instrumental. There are some great guitar riffs, there are some bass pedals, synthesizers. It's a fantastic song. Yeah, it became my favorite Rush songs. I love a lot of Rush songs. Xanadu, Jacob's Ladder, so many songs that I like from the band Rush. But yeah, on this album there's my favorite song, which is called La Villa Strangiato. Okay, let's go now to number 12. Number 12 is the band Genesis. Also a band that made some great albums in the 70s. In the 80s they became a little bit commercial. It was okay, but not as good as the 70s. I like Genesis with Peter Gabriel singing, and I also like Genesis with Phil Collins singing. I like the both lineups. I like. They had some great songs like Supper's Ready, Third or Fifth, Cinema Show. But I go for the song on this album, which is called The Fountain of St. Masses. Yeah, it started with that intro on the Mellotron. Well, first of all it was the organ, and then came the Mellotron, and on Gabriel starts to sing, and yeah, the whole song is a fantastic song. I love it so much. That is my favorite Genesis song of all times, The Fountain of St. Masses. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to another band, a band of Mr. Robert Fripp featuring Greg Lake on vocals. King Crimson, yeah, what can I say? Fantastic album from 1969. Great songs like I Talk to the Wind, In the Court of the Crimson King, and my favorite song, Epitaph. That is really an emotional song. I love how the song started. I love the vocals of Greg Lake, and it's, yeah, that's my favorite King Crimson song of all times. Yeah, every time when I hear the song, yeah, I don't know what to say, but it's so beautiful, the song, and it's so simple. Some simple, but just the voice of Greg Lake makes the song so very special. And yeah, by the way, Greg Lake is one of my favorite singers of all times. So, and I like this album very much. So let's go to another band from England. The band of Annie Latimer, Camel. Well, they made some great albums. Yeah, they started in 1972, if I'm not wrong. So, and they made a lot of great albums. I have also some my favorite songs of Camel. First of all is the song Stationary Traveler. The second one is a favorite of all Camel fans, which is called Ice. And yeah, my favorite Camel song of all times comes from this album. It's called Lady Fantasy. Beautiful guitar playing of Andy Latimer. I love the lyrics very much. Yeah, song about a lady that doesn't exist, the lady of your dreams, Lady Fantasy. Great lyric, great song. Yeah, it's my favorite song of all times. But Camel has a lot of more great songs, of course. But Lady Fantasy is, yeah, so close to my heart. I love that song so much. Yeah. Okay, let's go to another band from England. Let's go to Yes, great band. Yeah, they made some great songs. Awaken, Close to the Edge, And You and I, Heart of the Sunrise, so many songs. But my favorite song of all times comes from this album, Relayer, and the song is called The Gates of Delirium, which starts very slowly. And then in the middle of the song there's a battle between Steve Howe, Patrick Moraz and Chris Squire, doing all that solo work, and yeah, so great, very heavy. And then the song ended up with the steel guitar of Steve Howe and the beautiful voice of John Anderson singing that part of the song called Soon. So yeah, The Gates of Delirium is yeah, is really my favorite song of all times. But yeah, Yes have some a lot of great songs. So Starship Trooper and yeah, so many songs. But I go for The Gates of Delirium. Really a favorite song of mine. Okay, let's go now to another band from England, and I'm gonna play just one note twice on my keyboard, and I think you all will know which song it is. That's how the song starts, and I think you all know of which song I am talking about. The song is, of course, Pink Floyd. The song is called Echoes, from this album Metal. Yeah, a great band. Wish You Were Here is possibly my favorite album of the band. I also like, of course, Dark Side of the Moon, Animals. But yeah, Echoes is really my favorite song of Pink Floyd. It has everything. It has everything. What can I say? I can't say anything more about it, because it starts so very quiet with that piano note, and then yeah, the band starts to play, and then in the middle of the song, Dave Gilmour is doing his guitar solo. Yeah, and yeah, it's a beautiful song, and it's my favorite song of Pink Floyd. I also like Shine On You Crazy Diamond, of course, and Dogs, great songs, but yeah, Echoes is really my favorite song of all times of Pink Floyd. Beautiful song, beautiful song. Okay, let's go now to number 7. Number 7 is this band from England called UK. The band from Eddie Jobson and John Wetton. They started the band in 1978 with drummer Bill Bruford and guitar player Alan Holdsworth. Their first album was quite good. Then in 1979, John Wetton and Eddie Jobson wanted to play some more heavy progressive rock music. Alan Holdsworth said, "Oh no, I won't do that." So he was kicked out of the band. Bill Bruford wasn't too happy with that. He also left the band. And then Eddie Jobson called his old friend when he was playing with Frank Zappa, Terry Bozzio, to play the drums for the band. So this album became a very progressive rock album. It was from 1979. A lot of progressive rock bands were doing just commercial music. And yeah, and then this album came out. Eddie Jobson doing all the keyboards. There was no guitar player, and John Wetton on bass and vocals, and Terry Bozzio on drums. Eddie Jobson also played the electric violin, but a lot of instrumental parts on this album. Danger Money is a great song. The Only Thing She Needs is a great song. And my favorite song on the album is Carrying No Cross. Yeah, a 12-minute song. Yeah, there's a great keyboard solo in the middle of the song on organ and synthesizers by Eddie Jobson. And yeah, it's really my favorite UK song of all times. Love that song so much. It started with that mysterious keyboard intro, and then John Wetton starts to sing Stop, Been Wrong so many times before. And yeah, and the song is so great, and I love that song so much. And that is my favorite song of UK and from this album then. Okay, let's go to number 6, maybe a band that you don't know so much. The band is called Gerard. It's the band by keyboard player Toshiwa Egawa. He started the band in 1985 with some other musicians. There was a guitar player. But really in 1996 he changed the band, and yeah, there was then finally a bass player, a drummer, and Toshiwa Egawa on the keyboards. There's a lot of instrumental music. Most of the music is instrumental. Another album that one of the first album with that lineup was the Pendulum. The Pendulum was the first album with that lineup, and then after it they made some other great albums. This album is called The Ruins of a Glass Fortress, and yeah, that song, the title song, The Ruins of a Glass Fortress, is really my favorite song of Gerard. And yeah, the music is very, very emotional, very melancholic. And if you never heard of this group, just listen to that song, The Ruins of a Glass Fortress, and you will know a little bit more about this band called Gerard from Japan. Yeah. Okay, let's go to number 5. Another band from America. The band is called Kansas. They made some great albums like Left Overture, Point of No Return, Mask, and this album which is called Song for America, with the classical lineup with Steve Walsh on the vocals, Kerry Livgren on keyboards and guitars. And yeah, this is really my favorite album of Kansas. And the song that I like so much is the song called Incremudo, Hymn to the Adman. That is a 12-minute song with a lot of solos, and I like the lyrics also so much on that song. When Steve Walsh sings growing old is going back to where you're from. That's, yeah, very very emotional, but the whole song is great. A lot of instrumental parts, everything. The whole band is doing a great job on this song. It's my favorite song of Kansas, and yeah, I can play it every day. So great, the song, so great. Okay, let's go back to Germany. Number 4. The band is called Grobschnitt, and the band was not so very popular outside Germany, I think. This album is called Solar Music Live. It's from 1978. It's all instrumental music. And on this album the music speaks. Yeah, if you listen to this music, it's so special. The song Solar Music was a song from 1974. It was on an album called Bellarmine. And every year they played the song. They made a longer version of it. So this original song was 30 minutes, and in 1978 on this album the song already became a song of 55 minutes. So we have here 55 minutes of instrumental music. The band consisted of 2 guitar players, 1 a keyboard player, a bass player and a drummer. And the music is really, really special, very emotional. If you never heard of the band, listen to this album. It's called Solar Music Live from 1978, and this is really their best album. For the most Grobschnitt fans, this album is their best album. So if you like yeah, the long songs of Yes, Genesis, Pink Floyd, all the instrumental songs of these bands, you have to listen to this album. And if you want to put a comment and tell me what you think of this album, because the band is not very well known outside Germany, but it's really great music. It's fantastic, really great. Yeah. So let's go now to number 3. Let's go back to Germany. Triumvirat. The band of Jürgen Fritz, keyboard player. He is really a fantastic keyboard player. He was also playing Hammond organ, Moog synthesizers. They started as a trio. Bass player, drummer and keyboard player. Bass player also sang some songs. Yeah, some people call this band the German Emerson, Lake and Palmer, which is not really true for me, because their music was, yeah, the same line but different. I think it was different. Well, the band became very famous when in 1973, when the bass player Helmut Kuhlen stepped into the band, bass and vocals and some guitars. And the album Illusions on a Double Dimple was became a very important album for the band. Then in 1975 they came out with a fantastic album called Spartacus. And this band was from 1976. Bass player and singer Helmut Kuhlen already left the band. And the first bass player from 1969 stepped into the band, Dick Frankenberg. And they recruited a new singer, which name is Barry Palmer from England. And he has a special voice. He is singing on this album. For me, this is so great, this album. The music, the voices, the keyboards, everything is great on this album. And the song that I like so much of Triumvirate is the song called Panic on the Fifth Avenue. It's completely instrumental. There's a lot of Hammond organ, Moog synthesizers. It's a 10-minute song. Jürgen Fritz is doing a great job on keyboards, and it's my favorite Triumvirate song called The Panic on the Fifth Avenue. Yeah? Okay, let's go back to England or France. I can't really tell you it. I think Tim Blake was born in England, but later on he moved to France. But I think he's an English keyboard player. He is an electronic keyboard player. He started with the band Gong in the 70s. Then later in 1976 he started his solo career, Crystal Machine. And this album is from 1978. It's called New Jerusalem. And it's a very great electronic album. Not really popular, I think, Tim Blake, because Jean-Michel Jarre became very popular with Oxygen. Klaus Schulze also was very popular with his electronic music. But Tim Blake was not so popular, but he made some great albums. And this album is so great. Electronic music, and the song New Jerusalem, 16-minute song with sequencers, with mini Moog synthesizer, with some great strings, and also Tim Blake sings. He has a nice voice. I like his voice very much, and the song New Jerusalem is my favorite Tim Blake song. And if you never listen to this album, or you never heard of Tim Blake, go listen to this album. It's great. It's great electronic music, and it's a fantastic keyboard player, Tim Blake. Yeah. Okay, let's go now to number one. Well, I can say this is my favorite band of all times. That's true. Let's go to Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Great albums like Tarkus, Pictures at an Exhibition, Trilogy, and of course Brain Salad Surgery. And this album was recorded live in 1974 on the Brain Salad Surgery tour. We got some great versions of Tarkus, especially Aqua Tarkus. Korn Evil 9 is really fantastic on this album. But I go to the first song on the album. It is my favorite song of all time, especially on this album. The song is called Who Down, and it had so much speed, and Keith Emerson is doing that mini Moog of the Moog synthesizer solo in the middle of the song. It's amazing, so amazing what Keith Emerson was doing in that year, 1974. And Who Down is my favorite song, but especially on this album, really fantastic, really fantastic. Can't get enough of that song. I can play it every day if I want. So great. Okay, that were my 20 favorite songs that I can't get enough of. Never get enough of these songs. Yeah, some people will say, hey, where is Jethro Tull? Thick as a Brick, Aqualung, even Black Sunday, some great songs, love it so much. Others will say, where is Marillion? Script for Just a Steer, Forgotten Songs, Jigsaw, also great. Others will say, where is Mike Oldfield? Yeah, also great with his Tubular Bells. Yeah, Klaus Schulze also had some great albums, electronic albums. Time Wind and Moon Dawn are my favorite Klaus Schulze albums. Also very, very good music. Yeah, so much more bands like Saga. I also like another band from Canada which is called FM. Which they had a great album called Black Noise, great album, very progressive rock music, and yeah, so many bands that I can't mention because yeah, I have to pick 20 songs, and yeah, if I pick more songs, the video will be too long, so I picked just only 20 songs. And there are so much bands and more songs that I like, but these 20 songs are really my favorite songs of all times. So I hope that you like the video and the songs, and if you want to put some comments, put it and I will take a look at it. And I hope you like this video, and we'll say okay. Thank you very much, and I'll see you.